Jackson Fall gave GPT-4 $100 and told it to make as much money as possible. 5 days later, he made $7,535. And this is the perfect example of how not to get rich using GPT-4. And yes, you can now build a website from a paper drawing or make a recipe out of a picture of ingredients, but everyone telling you that this is going to make you rich is lying. I started an AI business in 2018 and sold it in 2021, so I know the space relatively well, and over the past few months, I have been watching very carefully how things were playing out with GPT-3 and now GPT-4. But now I'm not only sure it's going to stay, but it's a platform shift on par with the internet, which is why I've personally started 2 more AI projects, which I'll talk about later, alongside loads of other examples. But if you want to get rich with GPT-4, 5, 6, or whatever version is out right now, you need to understand the 3 levels of making money with GPT and which one you fit into. We're in the middle of a gold rush, and in a gold rush, you shouldn't pant for gold. You should sell shovels. And it's those who support others of making their dream of finding gold a reality that end up wealthier than those who do. Jackson has demonstrated this absolutely perfectly, because out of the $7,535 he's made so far, 99% of that money has come from selling access to a Discord group of other people who are currently trying out his challenge. GPT-4, on the other hand, has only made him $30. And it's very likely that no one is going to make anywhere near $7.5K using ChatGPT in this format. But Jackson did, because he's graduated to level 1. Level 1 is monetizing your knowledge by selling some form of an educational product or a network to people who want to either copy them directly or learn from you so they can apply it themselves. Prompt engineering is effectively getting really good at talking to an AI to get it to deliver the output that you want. Think getting an output like this or getting an output like this. And when you find a prompt on, say, Midjourney where you can get an output like this, you can sell it on the likes of PromptBase and make a few dosh for a few lines of text. And our friend Jackson here has taken this to the next level by building a large audience of people who want to follow in his footsteps in making money from AI directly. And the sad truth of reality is that the best way to make money online with these kind of things is to tell people how to make money online. Said no YouTuber ever. Though Jackson is technically selling shovels, he's selling those small plasticky ones that you might get at the beach, as opposed to these ones that actually help you dig for gold. Because no doubt within a year there's going to be thousands of people selling a course on ChatGPT 10 and GPT 100 and a Notion template that will help you get the best prompts. And worst of all, these things go out of date incredibly quickly. And unless you're Sam Altman himself, there's only a very small percentage of people that are going to get rich using level 1. And there's going to be countless more left panning, and I don't want that for you. So let's go on to level 2. Now, level 2 does have a prerequisite. You must already be an expert or be willing to become an expert in a specific area. This guy on Twitter here said it well. You are most definitely not going to make money out of GPT if you do not have any basic skills required for it in the first place. Like, ChatGPT is not going to make you a good copywriter. Level 2 is becoming an AI-enabled human. You will always outperform a regular human in both speed and quality. Like this guy who developed 5 microservice products that would have initially cost $5K and taken 3 weeks, and instead got it done in 3 hours and cost him 11 cents. And this guy, the head of growth for ClickUp, using it to speed up and improve the marketing efforts of his entire company. And if you look at other verticals, you can also use this to produce some digital products like an ebook. But like I said, in most cases, GPT-4 is not going to make you a better coder, writer, or an author. Not if you don't know how to produce a good output in the first place. It's up to you to determine and inform the AI what works and what doesn't. Enough small boy stuff. Level 3 is for hitters only, and instead of giving people shovels, we're going to give them Kango hammers. And this is the secret to getting rich with AI. You need to shift your way of thinking. Instead of thinking, how am I going to make money with GPT-4? Ask yourself, what problems can GPT-4 solve that our current solutions can't? And once you find those problems, you develop a new solution on top of AI. True riches will come if you help everyday people who have not heard of AI leverage its power. I have several examples of people who are doing this amazingly, and I want you to try and spot what they have in common. Compose.ai is a Chrome extension. It basically helps you write emails for you based off the prompts that you give it. It saves you time and it reduces your brain capacity. And you're probably thinking, I have no idea how to build a Chrome extension. Well, neither did this guy, and he did a pretty simple one in just a couple of hours. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take that first step and you'll be halfway there. 11labs.io use AI to produce voices. They use voice synthesis to basically allow you to create replications of your own voice and voices that don't even exist. Tome creates PowerPoints for you based off a single prompt in a storytelling format in seconds. Browse.ai is a tool that can scrape website data without needing to code. Milo is giving parents superpowers. Oh, it's a bit cringy. Anyway, it's helping parents use AI to take on the jobs that they have to do for their kids. Now, do you see what's in common with all of these products? They're all producing a new solution to an old problem. Writing emails is shit. Compose makes emails better, faster, and cheaper. PowerPoints are very time consuming to create and are very boring. Not anymore. Scraping websites is so expensive and it takes ages to develop. Now you can get it done in seconds for nothing. I have so much to remember as a parent. Don't worry, Milo has your back. Now I know what you're thinking. I have no idea how to even get started on the first step to developing products like this. To tell you the truth, I don't either. Yeah, some people have a head start, but this is a clean slate for everyone. But there are decades when nothing happens and there are weeks when decades happen. And that's what's happening now. So I'm actively going out looking for people to work with me on these level 3 projects because it might be decades before this happens again. Here are 2 AI projects that I'm currently working on right now, and I'll give you a bonus one at the end too because I don't have time to start it. So I'm in Bali right now and I'm encountering the same age-old problem that we've been facing for years. What should I do when I get here? Where do I stay and how do I get there? I'm going to be here for a month. I'm willing to spend this and I want to make sure that I get all of these activities ticked off the list while still having some time to relax. Doing this takes a fair bit of planning that takes a lot of time and effort to do. And even at that, you still probably aren't doing it effectively enough. And that's why we're building Columbus. It's your living, breathing dream travel itinerary for when you're traveling. It does it within your budget so you can spend less time planning and more time enjoying. So that's our first idea. My second business revolves around YouTube automation. We have 1 channel currently at the moment, but we're looking to expand that to 4 or 5 channels by the end of the year. And one big bottleneck that we currently have is editing. Editing takes an awful lot of time, especially if you want to get really good edits out. So what you want to do is you want to maximize the time your editor is spending on the video on things that actually matter and that aren't trivial. You want to speed up really trivial tasks. Some tasks like sourcing clips, putting them on a timeline, and timing those clips to match the voiceover. And that's exactly what we're building with Edit Faster, cutting the editing time of your YouTube automation video by 50%. And here's the bonus idea for you that would actually be quite easy to build, and you could probably get somebody on Upwork to do it for less than $500. Imagine a site where you have hundreds of famous figures from the past, and you can then talk to these famous figures, asking questions about their life, or even try and get their thoughts on current modern day topics. If you told a history teacher that you could go onto a website and talk to Abe Lincoln, Albert Einstein, Marie Curie, or Nikola Tesla, they'd probably jizz their pants. Not only them, but I also think lots of people would use this for their own amusement. Package it up in a good website, get a lot of traffic, you might be able to monetize a small percentage of that or even sell it to somebody who wants that traffic. And that last idea sums up the core message to take away from this video. To get rich from AI, you need to help everyday people leverage the power of AI via a digital product that you can create. And for some reason, if I've scared you away from AI, here are 5 more ideas that will make you rich. That's all for me. We'll see you in the next one. So long.